So you want to change your life. I get it, I get it. After spending sleepless nights on social media, seeing all those perfect lives, you decided it was time for you to take action and change your life for the better. When we think about reaching the life we want, we obviously start to feel a little overwhelmed. After all, how we are going to be successful if there are already plenty of people ahead of us? But let's calm ourselves down. We can do this. You know what? Life is made of periods, and periods are made of specific time frames. When we talk about meaningful change, it all comes down to this tiny, if compared to our whole life, time frames. Our life is truly affected by our everyday actions. If you want to change your entire life, start by changing one day at a time. Here's how you can make an impactful shift in the direction of your life in only 30 days. Let's go! Changing your life relies on changing your habits, and changing your habits relies on actually taking action. But in order for us to make this process of taking action much more efficient, we need to plan ahead. You need to understand what you truly want to change about your life. In our over-connected world, it is easy for us to get influenced by others, especially when we are so chronically online. By always being on social media, we start to feel like the desires of others are our desires. And I don't want you to be pursuing a perfect life just to look behind and see that that's not what you really wanted. In this planning process, we must be honest with ourselves and clear our minds of outside influences. You need to take time to reflect on what your dreams are and your vision of a good life are. There is a tool called Wheel of Life that basically helps you see your life in different categories, so you can create a better understanding of where you are and where you want to be in different aspects of your life. There are a lot of different templates and you can experiment with them. Basically, it is a circle divided into major areas of your life. You can give specific scores to all those areas based on how you are feeling about your life right now. For example, 1 is deeply unsatisfied and 10 is highly satisfied. Then you can place the scores of how you want to feel 1 month, 3 months, or a semester from now. You can also try playing with it and creating your own categories. Remember, it is important to change your life based on your parameters, what you want to achieve. As we want to already make impactful change in only 30 days, I suggest that after you complete the Wheel of Life, you choose only the most essential categories you want to improve faster. Remember that changing life is about changing your habits. For you to constantly do that, you must create momentum. Don't try to change everything immediately because you can feel discouraged and actually give up on everything altogether. Instead, perform small changes that will eventually inspire you to change other areas of your life. Another thing you can do is actually write down who you want to become. By writing down your goals, you will be more likely to achieve them, as you will have a physical artifact to constantly return to. Also, by focusing on writing down your objectives, you are actively analyzing your goals, making it easier for you to understand them. As Mark Murphy says in a Forbes publication, when you write down your goals, you have to rethink your mental picture. Put it on the paper, place objects, scale them, think about their spatial relations, draw facial expressions, etc. There are a lot of cognitive processing taking place right there, which makes it easier for you to remember and stick to your goals. It is essential to write down who you want to be very clearly so you can truly visualize it. Try creating your future self persona. For example, let's say that after analyzing the areas of my life that I want to change, I decided that I want to invest my time in my career, more specifically my YouTube career. I could write down something along the lines of, Luis is a YouTuber with 1,000 subscribers who posts videos every Tuesday. This goal is definitely challenging, but not impossible. When setting goals for yourself, it is important for them to be achievable, but not too difficult. We need to be realistic. Goals that are too simple will not actually change anything, and goals that are too hard can result in frustration and discouragement. Also, remember that all these numbers we set for ourselves are just parameters to keep us on track of our progress. If at the end of 30 days I don't reach 1,000 subscribers, that doesn't mean I failed. Life is complex and unpredictable. We don't completely control it. The important thing is to change your actions and attitudes and align them with who you want to be. Because at the end of the day, what truly matters is your journey and your process of improving yourself and living better each day. The outcomes of that are just a consequence of who you will become. So keep that in mind and write down who you want to be. You probably heard something about creating a vision board. which is basically a collage of pictures that represents your dreams and goals. And that's in fact a fun way to reflect on your objectives. Images have the capacity to evoke emotions and inspire us. You can make a physical version of your vision board or a digital one. I suggest that you create a digital one and use it as your computer wallpaper or your phone wallpaper. That way you'll be constantly in contact with your inspirations. So to conclude this first part of the video, let's recap some important information. 1. Before pursuing any change in your life, reflect on who you truly want to become. What are your dreams? Don't let yourself be influenced by the desires of others. We are all different, and our desires and aspirations in life are all different too. Also, remember that there is no single answer to a perfect life. Some might think being extremely successful financially and living in a big city is the major answer. Some might think that having meaningful friendships and living in the countryside is more relevant. And some might think both of them are equally important. They just want to experience them in different phases of their lives. Focus on what you want. 2. Analyze your desires in an organized way. Use the wheel of life to understand who you want to be. Then create a specific, attainable and realistic goals in order for you to understand what you need to do. You can also create a vision board to help you stay motivated and inspired by the vision of the life you want. After reflecting on your life, it is time to do the most important thing. Take action and start changing it. The only difference between those who have already achieved many good things and those who have only dreamed about it is that the first ones decided to get down to business long ago. Of course, this is a simpler way of explaining things, but I want you to understand that things are only going to change if you take the courage to start. We cannot control life, but we can control who we are and how we react. No one is going to do that for you, only yourself. Effective change doesn't necessarily need to be huge from the beginning. After all, if you start making drastic changes to your routine, you won't be able to keep up with that, and will eventually burn out. I suggest that you start small. The most important thing is to start. James Clear says that you can start a new habit using the 2-minute rule. Basically, every new habit can be reduced to a version of it that only takes 2 minutes to complete. James said that, for example, if you want to read every night before going to bed, you can set the goal to start reading 1 page every night. After you get used to it, you can increase the number of pages and eventually you will be someone who always reads before bed. James states that we almost never think this way of starting small, because the outcome always consumes us. But the essential thing is actually doing what you need to do. He says that doing 1 push-up is actually better than doing nothing, and 1 minute of reading is better than never picking up a book in the first place. And I agree with that. After everything I've said, I believe it is possible for us to create a plan to help you make impactful change in your life in the next 30 days. Let's go. Well, 1 month is approximately 4 weeks, and that's plenty of time for you to start changing for the better. I suggest that you use the first week to perform a deep reflection on what you truly want. On the first day, you can use the wheel of life to understand what you want to change. In the following days, you can take those areas that you want to improve and actually write down who you want to become. Remember to write down phrases that specifically inform you about the person that you want to be. Remember my example. Luis is a YouTuber with 1,000 subscribers who posts videos every Tuesday. Also, remember that you don't need to start changing all the aspects of your wheel of life, just the ones that are essential right now. In this first week, you can also plan the actions that you will need to take in order to get to where you want to go. Use the 2-minute rule and see how you can quickly start something and how you can develop it in the following days. Also, take this first week to create your vision board that will keep you inspired in the next days. Separate the rest of the weeks to take action and start doing what you need to do. You can choose a specific week to start improving a particular area of your life. For example, in the second week, I will start developing habits that will improve my career. In the third week, I will focus on what I can do to improve my relationships. This is only for you to start. Of course, after time goes by, you will be performing daily good habits related to all aspects of your life. And that's it for today's video, guys. I hope it inspired you to pursue your dreams and change your life for the better. I want you to understand that life is never going to be completely perfect, but we can always try improving ourselves to do better with everything. Always remember to stick to what you believe is a good life. Don't let others tell you that you need to live a specific way to be happy and successful. We are all different and our aspirations are all different too. I want you to truly focus on what's important to you. Also, always try to be grateful. I know that we want to improve and change many things, but it is nice to take time to reflect on the things that you are already grateful for having. Gratitude is one of the most important aspects of a happy life. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys liked it. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel because there are a lot of good videos coming up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a lovely day or night. Bye!